Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Nurhani Shahira. Today I would like to present to you my part, which is company profile and problem that the company faced during COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly, the company that we choose is Food Industry Sdn Bhd, and it is also known as Kaya Keropok Losong. The company was based in Kampung Losong, Kuala Terengganu that operated in 2005. It produced, processed, sales and market a marine resources product as well as sauce under Kaya brand. They have various types of product. Their product range from boiled and fried keropok leko, keropok keping, dry product which is dry fish and cuttlefish, sauces and local snack under Kaya brand name. Okay, next, the problem that Kaya Keropok Losong faced during pandemic. Firstly, is declining in sales because of decreasing in tourism. As we can see based on the graph, global change in travel and tourism revenue based on 2019 to 2020 stated that the declining from original 2020 forecast and 2020 restated. Their fixed customer, which is consists of many hotels in Terengganu, because of COVID-19 pandemic, people tend not to go travel. Hotel take an alternative to cut costs, which is not too important to them. One of the costs that they cut was from Kaya Keropok Losong. Their demand for production and sales also decreased. Next, the problem is changes in consumer behavior because of job losses. Based on this graph, in October 2020, the unemployment rate in Malaysia increased to 4.7%. Consumer behavior in purchasing different. Many people lost their job and had financial problems, so they tend to buy what they need only. Lastly, the problem that had been faced by Kaya Keropok Losong is less well known on social media. Kaya Keropok Losong is not active in promoting their product on social media, while social media is the most important platform for businessmen.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So let's continue with the concept. My concept 1 is related to chapter 3, the topic of learning. Learning is a process of acquiring knowledge and experience. It is important for the marketers to know the learning process of consumers so that they can teach on how to use, how to maintain and how to dispose the product. So there are three dynamics of behavior, three dynamics of learning, which are the incidental, behavioral and the observational learning. So my concept my business will relate to the concept of observational learning, which there are 4 phases of observational learning. There are attention, getting the attention of consumer, and let the consumer to go through the retention phase, and have motivation to buy the product, which the observational learning, whereas the consumer acquires and perform the behavior demonstrated by a model. Therefore, I suggested the company to have Zizaraza as a model of this company so that the consumer can learn from the food review or from the feedback from the Zizaraza, and which are their role model. So my concept 2 is related to attitude, which we can change the attitude of the consumer, and for this issue we change to reciprocity, scarcity and authority. For reciprocity, it depends on the consumer most likely receive from the brand, which I suggest the KY product to give free sample towards the consumer so that the consumer can have a positive or negative feedback based on the product. And scarcity, which I suggest the KY industry to innovate the product towards a unique type of product and sell it during seasonal time so that it can boost the sales of the product. And my last point is authority, is to change the attitude of consumer by the authority. Show to the consumer, I suggest the company to show to the consumer the product approved by the MOE and have halal certificate approved by JAKIM, and the cleanliness of the premises production approved by the Majlis Bandaraya, and it shows that it can gain the trust of the consumer based on the authority company, which is the JAKIM, Bandaraya or MOE. With that, I thank you.
Hi, I'm Nur Hidayah Nur Azam. I will continue this presentation with the third concept, which is social media from chapter 8. So what is social media? There's no way you didn't know, right? It is a modern platform for the community to socialize, but through online. There are many types of social media. The most popular people use nowadays are Instagram, WhatsApp, TikTok, and more. It is not only used for socializing but also to advertise product or service. It can bring benefits and also many disadvantages to the product. If made a little mistake, netizens will critique you, judge, bash, and cyberbully against a brand name. Then how can social media concept help Kak Yah Keropok Losong? We can start with open official account of all social media since they haven't done that. Here's the tips on how they can control social media. Our client needs to be creative in create content. For example, decorate Instagram feed to look fresh and pleasant to the eyes. Use pastel colors to look calming, and don't post about business only. Customers can get bored and annoyed easily. Every time company do charity work for community, they need to show it off on social media, but in a manners way. Don't be too obvious in seeking audience attention. This is to increase reputation of company's name. Post any content when a lot of customers are online on social media, like from 11 AM to 1 PM and 7 to 9 PM. Schedule social media posts. Last but not least is the conclusion of this project. We believe all those concepts mentioned earlier will bring benefits to our client, Kak Yah Keropok Losong, because there's a lot of evidence of other companies that use these concepts and they succeed in increasing their sales. To conclude, we hope that this world will recover from COVID-19 as soon as possible so that the economy also will improve, because a lot of people economy are affected due to pandemic. Stay safe and thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.